Hoi and welcome. Hi and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about my Rainbow Sin challenge. I've come up with this challenge a few years ago. I'm kind of still playtesting it, but it's a lot of fun and I wish more people would play it. So I thought, why not make an explained video? So this is Rainbow Sin challenge explained. Let's just start with the basics. As you can see, there's well, not a lot. There are rules to this. It basically comes down to every generation represents a color. You can use that color or not, whatever you want. I like it. You don't have to. The spouses that you make don't have to be that color. Most fun will be if they are a random townie that you don't know the traits from. I recommend having the Parenthood game pack because of the character values, but if you don't have it, it's not that big of a deal. As for cats and dogs, well, whatever. Want a cat? Grab a cat. Want a dog? Do it. Want a hamster? Also fine. It doesn't really matter. For university, if you want to go, go. If you don't want to go, don't. But some generations have specific rules on that, so keep that in mind. Then the start of the challenge has a background, so if you want to use money cheats, you can, but it's not that much fun because of the background of the challenge, and that's what we're going to be going to shortly, so keep that in mind. You can live wherever you want. I've got Evergreen Harbor here on screen just because it's the newest world and I kinda like it. For mods, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't have an unfair advantage, and I recommend having MC Command Center installed so that it's more lively in your neighborhood and moving in and stuff like that. You can find it on the link, and the lifespan should be on normal. Then we're going to go to our preparations. Begin with creating your first sin. Founder of the challenge, Wrath. He or she is going to be a teen with a Gen 1 traits and represents the color red. And that's the first thing that we're going to do. We are going to go to the sim I made for this. This is Elena. He, he has that name. This is Wrath. He is kind of a rebel. As you can see, he has the traits and stuff from Generation 1. We can look at that for a second. As you can see, it has the color red, hothead, mean, and evil. We can only pick 2 in the beginning because he's a teen, so it doesn't matter in which order you put it in. The aspiration is a public enemy. As you can see, we've done that, and his career is going to be criminal boss. Move him into an empty house, and you may use free real estate if you want to. If you don't know, free real estate is a cheat code you can use to make you be able to buy every house there is without using any money. So you click on the Control Shift C to open the cheat bar and type in free real estate on. As you can see, this house was yellow, now it's green. All the lots are now green. Even if we go to another world, let's say Oasis Spring, there are the big mansions over here, and well, you can live there because of the cheat. Get a big house. Let's go to this house. And once you moved in, you can't have more than 2,000 simoleons. It has to be an empty house, so we're going to pick the unfurnished version of it. Well then, as you can see, this house is empty, and that's what we want to have for this challenge. A empty house. We have more than 2,000 simoleons, so we need to change that. As you can see, we have 20,000, our starting money. We don't need that money, or we can't use that money. So we're going to press Shift, Control, and C, then type in testing, cheats, true. Now you can type in the cheats. I have to say that you have to also do this for the free real estate one, but I already turned it on before. So and then type in money 2000, and our bank account says 2000. You can turn the testing cheats off again by typing in testing cheats false and then pressing escape so the bar will be gone. If you use UI extension mod, you can just right click on the money and just type in 2000 and then set it. So it will do the same thing. Going on with our challenge, I will read you the backstory. You moved here from another city. Well, more like escaped. Everyone in your old town suspected you were the crime boss. Police suspected you as well. They weren't wrong. You built a crime syndicate and you were on the top. But now you had to flee. You grabbed a small suitcase of cash and a few clothes. You found an empty house and decided to start again and become a boss. Again. This is why we have almost no money and an empty house. We kind of just took it. First thing we're going to focus on is the argumentative and insensitive trait from the Parenthood pack. How are you going to get that? Well, as you can see in Simology, you can see the character values. Because of the traits we chose, there's already a lot of red over here. So that's a good thing. You don't have to do this from zero on. You can increase being insensitive by being mean, yelling at another sim, trolling on the computer, or hitting stuffed animals, so you will become insensitive. For the argumentative, you can declare enemies, despising other sims, and fighting or arguing. All the mean stuff you have to do for this. That comes in handy because we can't use any friendly social options except for the ask to move in one. If you want someone to move in, that's also a friendly option. That's also one of the rules, so that's good. We can become this and not use any friendly social interactions. We have to complete our aspiration. As for our career, we have to be a criminal boss. As for the skills, you have to max out handiness and video gaming. He has to have two kids, and the kids have to hate each other. They don't have to be from the same spouse. They can be from different spouses. You can even have more kids, but you have to have at least two that hate each other. And one of those two are going to become the heir for next round. Then it says be a spice hound. If you don't know how to be a spice hound, you have to go to San Manchuno and eat spicy food. Like the Spice Festival, the Faux, and stuff like that. They will make your sim burn their mouth in the beginning. That's kind of what you need. And that's all for Generation 1. Then let's go to Generation number 2, the Glutton. Your life at home was awful. You and your sibling were always fighting, and your parents were just laughing about it. You preferred to be alone and found comfort in food. It was like some grilled cheeses really spoke to you. Maybe that's why your favorite color is orange, like cheese. You left the house at the first chance you got. You might not be the richest, but now at least life seems nice. So our color is going to be orange. We're going to be a loner, a glutton, and cheerful, and good manners. Aspiration is going to be master chef and grilled cheese, and our career is going to be culinary. As you can see, orange, orange, orange. I love it. She even has a pizza on her t-shirt. These are not my sims for this challenge though. These are just created to show you what I mean by everything. This is Judy Glutton. Her aspiration is set to Master Chef because if you didn't know, there's a secret one, the grilled cheese one. You have to unlock it. You unlock that by eating a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches. The good manners is simple to get. I think most of the children already get this by just doing their homework and being nice, stuff like that. I'm just gonna show. We're going to salmon tuna because there's also a benefit of living over here. I'm just going to quickly try to get the grilled cheese aspiration as well. Cook grilled cheese. Let's do a family of a party size one. Make some grilled cheeses. Good manners, friendly introductions, setting the table, cleaning up dishes, giving compliments, and also parents can teach their kids to say please and thank you. Okay, let's just grab a serving and eat. We're going to eat to unlock it. Yeah, grab a serving. We're just going to eat. Oh, here. Oh, it's only 3. Okay, so congratulations, Judy has unlocked the hidden grilled cheese aspiration. It can be found in the other food aspirations or with the other food aspirations. She can also do a new friendly social interaction, a social thing, talk about grilled cheeses. So, as you can see, this is added now. It only has 3 things. It's all about eating grilled cheese sandwiches. So you have to complete this one and you have to complete this one. This one also states that you have to be in the culinary career. And what about it? It also has to be that way for the rules. So you're going to be a master chef as well. Then we have to max the gourmet, mixology, and baking skill. You're going to move out of the house from your Gen 1 house and never speak to your siblings again because you hate each other. And in the end, she'll have to own, or he will have to own, the most expensive things for in the kitchen, like the most expensive stove. This one, 13,000 simoleons. Then you have to have the most expensive fridge. This one? No, this one. 14,000, so that's in total 27 already. And then the most expensive sink. That's this one. If you have a city living, you also have to learn all the recipes in the city. Just go to one of these stalls. Then let's go to Gen 3. In your childhood, you had a loving family. However, you kept wanting more and more. More attention, more toys, more friends, a better grade, and sometimes it was just easier to take what you wanted. You had your own secret money jar because all your parents did was spend it on food instead of their crappy house. You've always dreamt about the fabulous life of the rich and famous, and you won't stop until you got it all. So this is greed. Greed has to have the color yellow. This is my yellow. He has the fabulously wealthy, aspiration, ambitious, a klepto, and of course, materialistic? Materialistic? Oh god, some words are just hard, sorry. But yeah, so these are his traits. And as we go here, you can see those are also needed. The one we don't have yet is the uncontrolled emotions. We're going to be in the business career, we're going to be an investor. We have to complete the aspiration, complete the career, max charisma and wellness, steal every time that you're off your home lot. So, because of the kleptomaniac trait, you can steal things from other lots. So, yeah, so every time you go somewhere else, you have to steal. Marry a rich sim, and you don't really need to like them, and move into their home. So, we're going to be living in a big house. So, let's just go here, I don't know, and say, let's live here. So, we don't marry for love, but we marry for money in this playthrough of this generation. Oh my god, just keep your normal clothes on, please. Okay, thank you. Also, he has to have the uncontrolled emotions. When you have emotional breakdowns, shoving, biting, and destroying dollhouses of school projects. That's a good thing in this case. Let's see. We have to have a butler and a maid and a gardener, and if you have kids, also a nanny. And we have to fall in love with one of them. So we are married for money and fall in love with the help. We can never get caught. So that's kind of a hard thing to do because sometimes Sims just do whatever they want, but it is possible. You can hire all the help you will need from the phone, hire a service. You can see we can do a one-time maid of a scheduled maid, while you would have a scheduled one, a scheduled gardening service, a nanny for if you have kids, and a butler. It also says use the reward store to buy a money tree. Yeah, money tree. That is what you need to buy. Envy. You always knew there was something different about you. You didn't look like your siblings. You weren't as talented as your siblings, and you just didn't know why. You wanted to have what your siblings had. Their toys always seemed to be the better one. They had the bigger room. They had more friends. Even their relationship with, this case, dad, seemed to be better. Then you found out that your mom, in this case, wasn't your real mom. You were the child of the help and never wanted to deal with any chores again. With this generation, you're going to fall in love with the help and then have a child with the help, and that child is going to be the heir. So if we go over this, there's the green color for this one, and we're going to be jealous, an insider, and we're going to be squeamish. Argumentative, then we have the leader of the pack, and we're going to be a critic of arts. We have to complete the aspiration, the career, and we have to max writing, painting, and at least one musical instrument. We're going to be visiting the neighbors once a week because the grass is always greener on the other side, and have a bad relationship with our real mom or dad. That was the help, and we're going to have a good one with our fake mom or dad. So the one that was married for the money. And we need to divorce 2 times. This is all very self-explanatory. This is my lovely envy sim. As you can see, leader of the pack, jealous, insider, and squeamish. Squeamish because her mom was the help and she never wants to do that again. So yeah, let's just go right into the next one. This one, Sloth. Your parents were obsessed by others, always worrying, and you, well, you just didn't care about anything. You hate the what would they think about you speeches, and you just wanted to get away. So you grabbed a tent from the attic and left. Nothing but nature around you. Nowhere to be, nobody expecting anything. You could just do nothing, just the way you liked it. So the color is blue. You're going to be a slob, lazy and childish, bad-mannered and irresponsible, freelance botanist, career none. So these are important because you can't complete the aspiration, but you can also never change it. So that's kind of hard because you're going to be living in a tent and usually you will just garden. That's something to look at. Even with the cooking, cooking is also a skill that I usually max with all my Sims because I just do it a lot. So you just have to order pizza or something. So that's important with that. You can't go to university, so this is the first sim that has a restriction on that. You can't earn money with a job. You can do by any other means and odd jobs though, or sell something you crafted or harvest. You can never max any skill, not even as a toddler. In the first young adult stage, so this stage, you have to live in a tent with the off-the-grid trade. And after that, if you become a adult, you can move to a real house. So I'm going to show that in a minute. Just let's go over the rest of the rules. You have to have a total of 5 kids, but the first 2 kids will be taken away. Now, in my own playthrough, I noticed that when the first 2 kids were taken away, that they don't age up, they just disappear, and that's kind of sad. So what you can do is also just pretend they get taken away. You have to search for how to do that, but at least 2 kids have to be taken away. The first 2 kids have to be taken away. One of the kids has to max all the skills and become a top-notch toddler. That kid is going to be the heir. So we're going from someone who doesn't have any skill to having someone who has all the skills. This lazy bum has to raise a top-notch toddler, and they are not allowed to clean or put out fires. They can, however, have a alarm system if you want to. So we're going to a empty lot and we're going to put down a tent and make it off the grid as well. Okay, so this, then you go over here and you have the off the grid lot trait, and if you type in tent, you'll have a tent. This is where you live. So if you have a kid doesn't have any protection, you can't build with normal stuff as well. So you can't put it on a roof or walls or anything. You can, however, go over here in the decoration part over here. Oh, something like this will cover a little bit. So if you have a kid, you can put it underneath this or underneath this. It's kind of sad. It really is, but yeah. So you have to be bad-mannered. As you can see, they are already kind of bad-mannered, so that's good. This is negatively influenced by burping or farting, swearing, rude introductions, and the toddlers can take off their clothes off front of strangers and just wander. And irresponsible is doing poorly in school, breaking curfew, or disobeying grounding. Toddlers and children making a mess will disagree responsibility as well. So yeah, that's sloth. Let's go into the next one, and that's pride. Why did your parents throw everything away that your grand and great parents built? They should have been proud of what they had built. The family lineage was in danger, and you felt like you were the only one who could restore it. Even as a small child, you were the best at everything. You would show the world this family was still the best. As you might have noticed, this is a complete opposite of Gen 5, because this one will try to be the best at everything. Color is purple. This is, by the way, pride. Self-absorbed, perfectionist, and self-assured. They are going to be a mediator and two more positive traits, whichever you choose. They want to be a super parent and they want to act. Complete the aspiration, complete the career, have a top-notch toddler trait, earn all the scout badges and get A's in school. You have to go to university, so the last one couldn't go to the university and this one has to go. When they do, they have to do the distinguished degrees and they have to have 9 skills maxed. They are going to have a boyfriend or girlfriend when they are 18, and after they become a young adult, they are going to get married right away. They are full of themselves, let's say that. They're going to be a famous actress in this instance, but they also want to be the best at their home. That's why they have the super parent thing. They are very self-involved, so they don't really care that much about others but themselves. Okay, let's go to the next one, the pink generation. This is where I am myself right now with playtesting. So, Lust, all that stuff about being the best and playing by the rules wasn't your thing, no matter how badly your parents wanted it. You wanted to have fun, not to be bound by any rules. You loved it. You love everyone for who they were and wanted to get to know all sorts of different people. As a teen, you fell in love with hospital shows and wanted it for yourself. A sexy doctor to play doctor with. So you studied and got into medical school, even though you weren't the brightest of them all. So yeah, Lust. Color is pink, romantic, outgoing, non-committal, compassionate, serial romantic of course, and a doctor. Complete the aspiration, reach at least level 5 but never the top of the career, so that's the restriction. Max fitness, dancing and singing. Have a romantic relationship with all co-workers. Kiss them at least once during your shift and never get caught. Replace kiss for woohoo. if you can. You will have to place a bed or a closet in the hospital first. I have built a hospital myself, so if you want to, you can also check that out on the gallery. And you're going to have a baby with a vampire or a alien, and that baby is going to be the heir. This is Mr. Pink, Mr. Lost. He is going to get frisky with all the doctors, playing doctor with doctors. As for the hospital, it's on the gallery as well. Hospital Venus. This is the hospital I built for my own playthrough of this challenge. If you want to build a hospital yourself, you can do that when you are at work and type in bb.enable free build. Oh, free build. Build. If you type this in, you will get to build on the lots of work. So that was Lost. Now, because those are the 7 deadly sins, and most challenges are 10 generations, I thought, what now? So we are going to go demon, human, and angel. Okay, so demon. I'm a freak of nature. My mother gave birth to a monster. I shouldn't be alive. When will my suffering end? I wish I could be like all the other monsters, but I don't know who they are. I'm searching for answers. People should just stay away from me, but I get lonely. Is there someone in the world who I could share my burden with? This one is kind of depressing, to be honest. Black is the color. Gloomy, paranoid, and unflirty. They're going to be insensitive and responsible, so that's kind of weird because they have one positive and one negative. They are going to be looking for a soulmate, and if you are a alien, you're going to be a astronaut to try and find your other monster, I guess. And as a vampire, you're going to be an entertainer. That's because they usually work during the night. So I thought that would fit. I didn't know what other career would be better for with being a vampire. I kind of wished that instead of nifty knitting, the supernatural career stuff pack would be picked because of this, but well, we get stuck with this one. You have to complete the aspiration and complete the career. If you are a child of an alien, you have to max logic, rocket science, and photography. If you are from a vampire, then you have to have comedy, guitar, or violin, and vampire lore. You're not allowed to go to school as a child, so if you don't have MC Command Center, you have to just click it away every time they try to go, and otherwise you can just quit school. And you're going to marry a human and have only one child. You have to die before you become an elder. So yeah, I think she is part alien. Not really, but in this I wanted her to be. Yeah, okay, on to the next one. It's the color brown for human. In this case, your mom struggled all her life with her demons. You don't want to be like that. You're like, I'm not perfect and flawed, but isn't that human? I make mistakes, but I try my best, just like everyone else. My imperfections make me perfect. That might sound crazy, maybe I am. A little. At least I'm not alone. When I think about humans, I think of flawed people, but trying their best. The color is brown, the traits are clumsy, erratic, and creative. You have to be a mediator, friend of the world, and you're going to be a professor. You have to complete the aspiration, complete the career, max logic, photography, and the comedy skill. Have a best friend as a child, and have a little romance when a teen. Have a boyfriend or girlfriend other than that best friend who you have a little romance with. You have to go to university. You don't have to have a distinguished degree, but you have to go. Use the reward store to buy the retrading potion and change all traits. This is because humans, they change. And after you retrade, so that's kind of a requirement, you can have kids. I don't know, I really like this generation. It feels so normal, but I don't think I need to explain more. Let's go to the last generation, and that is Angel. You wonder how you turned out so well. Looking back at your family and all, time to leave all the sins of your ancestors behind and focus on helping and changing the world for the better. If you came across your great, 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 great grandmother, father,
Oh.
you would have put him, in this case, behind bars as well. You just can't believe you came from such a criminal. But because of all the traits that live in the family, you know exactly how to find those criminals. So yeah, this is a complete
Ah.
180 on the first generation. The color is going to be white, good, vegetarian, and neat. All the character values have to be positive. Aspiration is successful lineage. This one. But it might change into Eco Inventor. I don't know for sure
Hmm.
yet. I need to play the pack more, but if it does change, you will see it at my Tumblr page with all the rules. It might even change one of the traits as well. I don't know, but I think the new pack has the most potential for this generation. You have to complete the aspiration, complete the career, max fitness, and max gardening, and you can never use any mean or mischievous social option. So instead of not using any friendly ones, you can't be
Ah.
mean to anyone. Twice a week you have to donate. You can donate because you are a good sim, you can donate if you click on the mailbox and have full friendship bars with all your children. So you have to be at least good friend. Why is there not an option right now? She should be able to. Where is it? Household? Donate? This is awkward. Okay, well, there is a way to donate. I just don't know exactly where it is. I'm going to look it up in a bit and I'll cut and paste it here. So yeah, right. And that's the end of the challenge. I hope you all have a great day. If you want to look at all the rules again,
Uh-huh.
the link is in the description, as well as the UI extension cheat mod thing and MC Command Center. I'm going to put those in as well. But for now, kusjes en liefde, kisses and love. Until next time, bye bye.